I don't pay attention to, or even like, most of the major roller coaster and theme park news sites and rumor places. Why not? So I'm sitting out here on my deck recording today because we've got a new friend in the family. Uh, Say hello to my daughter's new dog. So I'm trying to let her run around a little bit and have some fun while I'm recording. We got rain coming in, so dog's gotta go. But thought I would share a little bit about something I get asked about. Hey, did you see this over on this site? Did you hear about this news item on that site? And people seem a little shocked when I tell them, I don't go to that website. I don't follow that person. I don't listen to that YouTuber or podcaster. And they're kind of like, wait, but why not? And some of it is because of time. I have a very busy schedule. I don't have a whole lot of time to watch those kinds of things. So that definitely plays a role. Um, but there's also a number of other reasons that I don't. Uh, and several of them that a lot of people I don't like at all. One of the big ones is several of them that are known for news and rumors. It's just the amount of misinformation on them. Some of them will throw up anything that they hear, and then when you try to correct it, a good example, a very popular one, when Silver Dollar City was building their Christmas in Midtown, and there are some elements of it that look like it's from the Osborne Lights. And this one very popular site that a lot of people love, that honestly, I knew the guy who built the site at one point, and now there's some other people doing it. But they posted an article saying that Silver Dollar City's stuff had come straight from Disney, that Disney had bought the Osborne Lights and moved it up here, and stuck to that story. It's not true. Silver Dollar City built every bit of that in house. All of the things that are moving and all the big trees, they built it all. I actually know a couple of people who did welding on those things. So, no, it was not shipped up here from Florida. And I actually sent them a correction. I even sent them a couple pictures showing the people working on it. They never did correct. And it was just kind of like, okay, so you would rather stick with the flashy than the real. And actually, there was a couple websites that were insistent on that. No, the Osborne Lights did not come from Florida up here. As far as I know, Disney returned some of them to them, and I think most of it got scrapped because it was decades old. Uh, but when you can't correct and fix something like that you would rather keep the inaccurate, false information up, all right, well, I'm not going to exactly trust anything else you post. And it kind of leaves a bitter taste when, okay, I'm a reliable source in this case. How many other reliable sources of information have you ignored for the sake of latching onto this rumor? Yeah. So that's one. And there's some of the sites just love to push out and push this misinformation as if it's factual. There's another one that specializes really on Silver Dollar City and covers Six Flags St. Louis and Worlds of Fun as well. And the person who runs it is, well, okay, let's just say that I actually quit using a couple forums because this person is on there as if they're the one who owns it. They're not. And rude, demeaning, shoves people off. And again, misinformation. They're the one that people are going to right now for, some of the people are going to for news on the new Fire in the Hole ride. And, oh, this guy's got all the information. This is the same guy who said that Silver Dollar City was going to move the entire entrance up to Red Gold, which, by the way, is where their little plaza is for the festivals and where the new Fire in the Hole is going. Ain't moving the entrance there. There wasn't even parking up there. Said that they were going to move Echo Hollow, their outdoor amphitheater, over by Wildfire. Why would they totally rebuild the outdoor amphitheater? It said there was one point that they were trying to tell me how the train operated, and that two-train operation in summer is a standard feature. There have been a couple rare times. And then actually told me one point, well, yeah, they even used to run 3 trains. Dude, they can't run 3 trains. 1, because of safety. 2, there's not room on the tracks. And 3, there aren't even 3 trains. There's 3 engines, but there's no cars. You can't run 3 trains of passengers when you don't have 3 sets of cars. Yeah. Um, so yeah, there's just the misinformation that some of these sites push, and people are like, "Oh, there's so much here." And then you get others that used to be reliable and they've turned to clickbait. And I'll actually name Inside the Magic on this one. I used to love Inside the Magic, and oh my gosh, it's turned into a junk site. Clickbait, false information, lousy stuff. WDWNT has also gone this route where, yeah, no thanks. I really don't want any of your information. Lousy headlines. You got to read through all of this other stuff, filler, to actually get to what you're wanting to see, so that way you can see all the ads that are there. And okay, I tried to put intriguing titles on my videos, but I try very hard not to do clickbait. Try very hard. I hate clickbait. Make it interesting. Tell me what I want to know, and don't give me all this other crud. But then they push. Inside the Magic has actually been notorious now for actually pushing false information in clickbait form so that people will click on it. Avoid Inside the Magic at this point. Junk site. Terrible site. And sadly, it's sad to see how many sites have gone down that hole. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. So, the other thing too, and I kind of mentioned this a little bit, is the egos. This is actually one of the fastest reasons why I will quit paying attention to a site. Why I won't go visit the one site or recommend the one site that the guy who covers Silver Dollar City goes. Is the massive egos that there are people that think that this kind of stuff makes them important and celebrities. And there was a guy I knew years ago, actually had on my cell phone. We exchanged cell phone numbers. We met at the park a couple times. He was producing some videos. I was actually in his early videos. We had a pretty good friendship, and his ego went as his site grew and turned into a massive, major jerk. This is a guy my age. We're only a few months apart. And he and I had a big falling out over a couple things. I'm not going to go into details because I don't really want people to know who this person is. But it is somebody that over the years, once somebody isn't any good for them, they're not kissing up to him or doing favors, he just blasts them. And will have all of his followers blast him and everything else. And he's gotten the idea that because his site is big, that he is this important person. Okay, guys, making roller coaster videos and websites does not make you an important person. Okay. It's excuse me, getting over a cold. But just some of the crazy stuff I've seen with the people that let this idea that I'm famous because I've been on 500 roller coasters. I'm important because I've got 1 million views on my video. It's not that kind of stuff that makes them important. And when they start demanding extra favors and trashing anybody who disagrees with them, or just some of the stuff like that, it's like, oh my goodness, really? The one person I mentioned, when I corrected him on the train information, I was just like, that never happened. They can't run 3 trains. The 2 is an extreme rarity. 2 is a Christmas thing. And proceed to just get, you don't know what you're talking about. How would you know? You never been. I'm like, dude, I worked there. Hello. I had a person one time, I did a video on Worlds of Fun, and had commented how the air conditioners weren't working in the shops, that there were 2 that had working air conditioners. There weren't fans in the stations. And this person who runs a website proceeded to blast me. He says, you have no clue what you're talking about. There's all sorts of air conditioning and fans everywhere. And I'm like, did you watch my video? that showed that there's no fans or they weren't working. And hello, and just you don't have any idea. You're commenting on the video that just proved, but yeah, I don't know. People sometimes, and I don't get that. Like I said, there's a couple well-known theme park YouTubers that got popular because of Disney videos and just let it go to their heads. And you now see the way they respond to some people, and it's just kind of like, really? These are the people that help get you there. It's one of the reasons I try, and my channel's small enough I can still do this, but I try to respond to as many people as I can in the comments and the emails. I don't always get to do it just because of time, but I try very hard. But you see some of them, and when you get big, when I've had a couple of my really popular videos, there's just so much you can't keep up with. So I understand when they're not replying, but when they pop off with rude comments, one of my patrons actually had a video that they support, and they had made a comment that said, hey, I really enjoyed your video. I'm a supporter. By the way, have you thought about trying this with your camera angles? That this isn't working great. And they proceeded to blast him. Yeah, how dare you comment like that? And criticism, like, dude, they're giving you advice. When somebody gives me advice, I either accept it, try to implement it, or explain why I've tried to do it or why it doesn't work. I'm always happy to hear from people that are saying, hey, this is a way to improve. And by the way, I know there's going to be a lot to improve here because you got the wind and stuff, and I'm just trying to hit something in between meetings. Yeah, you get to see raw video today. This is a little different. But goodness, when do you get such a big ego that you don't think you can take advice from people who are watching? That always blows me away. So there's some reasons I don't watch them. I've dealt with some of these people personally, met them, know some of them, and you're just kind of like, wow, not what you are on video. And that is one thing I try very hard to be is I'm me. I'm real. What you see in the video, yes, usually I'll pump up a little bit, be a little bit more exuberant, but I try to be real and let you see who I really am. So, yeah, that's just me. Anyways, that's why I don't watch or listen to several of these websites and YouTube videos and stuff. I do have a small list that when I have time I watch. But like I said, I don't necessarily want to put that out there because I don't want to publicly name and slam a couple of these, because I know some of you will like it and you probably would be horrified to know who I don't like, but you may be able to fill in some blanks there. So I hope that helps. Let me know what you think. Share in the comments below. What do you like? What do you not like? What do you like about mine? What do you not like? What would you prefer I did more of? I would love to hear it in the comments and feedback. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you so incredibly much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this raw, uncut video. Have a great day and God bless.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, your ideas. Be sure to share them in the comments below, or you can contact me. There's information in the description that has my email address, fan pages, information about merchandise, and so much more. So be sure to check that out. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and if you haven't already, hit the button right up there to subscribe. And in fact, if you did enjoy this, I've even got another video for you right here. And also about these wonderful people here, those are my YouTube members and my patrons, the ones whose financial support makes this possible. I couldn't do it without them. If you want to know more about that and the perks that come with it, well, be sure to check the description. There's a link right down there. Thank you so incredibly much. God bless.